So you guys already seen that we have the suspension installed, right? And I told you there was one piece that was missing, but we finally got it in. And these are the cancellers that would allow me to go through back into my modes. Now, originally I thought that this was included with everything that I purchased for the suspension. Apparently it was not. So that was my mistake. I went back and looked at the emails. I guess I must have misread something. It happens, right? I did purchase these from Unity Performance. Shout out to Hamza and his team, because originally I had ordered some Tane ones, but apparently some people had been having issues with the Tane, I guess, cancellers themselves. So Unity Performance reached out and they mentioned that the RSR suspension cancellers were ones that people were not having any issues with, and he didn't see any complaints from everybody that he has sold them to. So I said, hey, I think it was like another 20 or 30 bucks, but I just said, hey, yeah, let me get the ones that I know aren't gonna mess up. This isn't a process that I kind of want to do over and over and over again, right? So we got these in, the instructions are on top of my car. It's not that difficult. I just got to basically strap this down onto a portion of the suspension, zip tie it, and then we just literally plug in this guy, this connector, into the factory connector for the Integra Type S. It gets rid of the adaptive suspension error that I'm seeing currently on my dashboard, but then it also lets me fluctuate through my modes again. And I just want Sport Plus back so I can get my pops, right? So, and actually I'll be able to close the exhaust too in case it gets a little too loud, you know, in the neighboring suburb here that, you know, the law may not like it. And as you can see, I've already taken the liberty of jacking up the car and getting this tire off. The rear's already loose, but we're gonna focus on the front first. And like I said here, we're really just gonna attach this guy somewhere right here where it's out of mind and out of sight. And then we're gonna zip tie it. So originally, I believe the RSR suspension has provisions where you can attach these bolts. We don't have that flexibility, so we're gonna have to attach it to the body here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna then connect it with the connector, and bada bing, bada boom, she's done. Oh, let's prop up the camera. Let's get these guys. Let me review the instructions one more time. As you guys can see here, the kit comes with 4 cancellers, right? Obviously one for each sensor. Now, the only thing I will call out here is that there is a left and a right one, so you guys don't get confused. And it is based on the orientation that where this would slide in on the bolt side for the RSR suspension. So the ones that are facing left go on the left side of the car, so left driver, left passenger. The ones that are facing to the right here with this bow pattern on the side go to the right passenger, right driver side. Just wanted to call that out very quickly so nobody gets confused. From what I see on the instructions too, these rubber kind of style grommets that I'm seeing here, this will go on the side too as well, and these are just for the front, so that way this prevents any vibration between that and the suspension, and then I'm guessing like this coming loose. So this is gonna go loop through on the front, then we'll put the vibration tab, and then we're just gonna put it on the car itself. And according to the instructions, that's really it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So prop up the camera, come with me, and let's get to some work. I was just playing here with cable lengths, guys, and where I wanted to position this exactly. From what I can see, this is where she's gonna reside at. So I was just trying to see if I have enough slack here to feed the cable to the back and then meet up with the existing port. Everything seems to be fine. So this is exactly where she's gonna mount that. I'm going to place the gave me with the kit here to feed it through, as you guys can see here. And I'm just gonna feed it around the back of the suspension, and that's how it's gonna go. That's it, ladies and gents. This is how I got it done. I'm not a fan of how this metal bracket sits on this guy, and it's strictly because of how the Fortune Auto suspension is. And you can see here, this is where it connects on the end-link side, right here on the back. You see the silver screw? So it's kind of in my way. You gotta go underneath it, but I got it as best as I could. She is super tight, right? So I don't think that's gonna move anywhere. I got it plugged in. Now I just gotta do the same step 3 more times. So we will move on to the rear of the car back there. So the rear was just a little different. And when I say a little, I mean there is nothing to attach it to on this strut, right? I guess you could theoretically zip tie it, The instructions didn't call for that, and I did try it. I just didn't like the way it was kind of like wobbly. So what you have to do per the instructions is you need to get under the car, guys. Angle's a little weird, I get it, but we're gonna try to show this with the light from my phone, and so that way it's a little bit visible to you guys. The instructions called that you needed to attach it to the trailing arm. After a while of trying to find said bolt that they were talking about, I ended up finding it, but it's tucked all the way right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll show it to you on the front side, but on the inside it's literally right here. So what ends up happening is you take the sensor and you take the canceller and you attach it right there. Let me see if I can get a better angle for you guys. Oh, that's as good as it's gonna get, ladies and gents, but that's where she's at on the trailing arm bolt. So you take out the bolt that you see right there that I'm trying to highlight with my light. You see that bolt? You take it out and then you just put the little hook through the right hole and then the bolt back through the middle, and she's secure. Like, that thing is not going anywhere now. And as you can see, I got the harness all, you know, done up as well right here. So this is what you have to do for the rear side. Not the easiest, but it wasn't super difficult. I did zip tie it. I might just put one more just to be on the safe side. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little flappy right here, so I might put one more zip tie just to get it secured. But that's exactly what she's gonna look like when it's all said and done. And she goes right there on the trailing arm. And like I alluded to earlier, guys, that bolt on the trailing arm is this guy right there to the left of the rotor. So you can see it, there she is. That's the one you want to take out, and that's the one you're going to insert right back into the middle. Don't forget to get the little hook on the right side of it. Make sure the hook is inserted back into the trailing arm. That way you're not going to get any wobbles, or you're not going to hear any noises of it kind of hitting. Rear, front are done. Now let's just repeat it on the other side. Hopefully this, guys, helps you if you need to install said kit. I'm not sure if the Tane one differs. I believe there's an Olin ones as well, and then I forget what the other two are, or three. But this is for the RSR one. Just letting y'all know. Let's finish this up and then let's see if it cancels out that hideous warning light that we continuously get now, all right? As a little break from the episode here, this is to warn you guys and to inform you guys. Always check your tires whenever you're working on your car, right? I had done the rotation when I was working with Elliot on the suspension. And then afterwards, when I went to Fuel Fest, I noticed that I had a slow leak in my driver's side front tire. Turns out there was a nail in it after I inspected the tire. So I was like, you know what? Let me inspect the other tire, right? The one in the rear. Here we go, right? And this is why I say check it. The one in the rear has a gash like this big where you can almost see the metal, which means the tire needs to be replaced. And so if you see that right there, guys, that is the gash. And this is what happens. This is why you want to check your tires, just to always be on the safe side. Like, you can already see things poking out of it. So just FYI, whenever you get a chance, always inspect your tires, because you just never know what you're gonna find in them. And the last thing you want to do is get into a situation like this. And I've had this happen already to me twice. Once in my Lexus, once in my Type R. And what ended up happening was I didn't know I had a gash like that. Ended up hitting something on the highway. My Lexus tire exploded and I almost got into one of the worst accidents ever in my life, outside of the one in the S2K where I almost passed away in. And then it happened in my Type R, just me turning to the left, the tire exploded just because of that gash. It was the worst experience ever. I'm glad I caught it. I'm glad that I can rectify it now. It wasn't a cost I was really wanting to spend, but that's just the way life goes sometimes, right? You gotta really prepare for the unexpected. Tires already on order though. Thank you to Jeff at JJ's Detailing. If you guys need any tires, please hit up Jeff. We ended up going with the same Continentals that I have on the S2000. The only difference is the sizing. So I wanna test those out and see how they differ in between the Continental DSW06s versus the Michelin Pilot Sport 4Ss. I'm gonna see which ones I like. I think I've already said that I'm not the biggest proponent and the fan of the Pilot Sports, so we'll see kind of how everything else plays out, but I do want to check the difference. Just kind of wanted to throw that out there to show you guys exactly what happened. Always check your tires, always be safe, so that way you don't get into any accidents or, God forbid, anything bad happen, all right? So now we jump back in. that's it, guys. This is officially done. Now we just gotta, you know, always cross our fingers just in case. It's all wrapped up. As you guys can see, it's not that difficult. It takes a little time, especially if you're on a jack on the ground. And if you wanna see it, there she is. I will say the RSR is actually really nicely made. It's pretty heavy. I'm pretty impressed with it. We'll just see kind of what happens and we'll go from here, but it's all wrapped up. So let me go ahead and get the tires on. Let me get this car down and we'll see how everything works out, right? All right, your boy had to go change because there was no way I was sitting in my car dirty. Just not happening. So here's how this works. We got all the cancellers installed. I tightened up some loose bolts from the suspension. Could have been that we didn't tighten them enough or that they just loosened over time as I've been driving, right? Theory is, well, not theory, this is what it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to turn on the car, not have any problems, no more adaptive suspension nonsense. Let's turn on the car, let's see if everything is cleared up, and let's see if I have my drive modes available again, because I didn't when I had that error. It wouldn't let me switch out of sport. So let us see. I'm not seeing anything yet. We're about to find out, ladies and gents, right now. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I got them back. Heck yeah. So let's see if they work on my remote. Woo! We back, baby. Now I have to wait till Saturday because I am not gonna drive this thing like this and give you guys my review. Yeah, I can talk about it, but it's better to do it as I'm driving. So let's wait till the weekend. Let me get my new tires on this guy because I don't want to take the risk now and then something pop. Because I did find that not only on one tire with the slash, guys, but on 2 of them. So 2 of them were just gone. And then you have the tire with the nail in it. So that's not going to really do me any good. I went ahead and ordered the 4. They're going to be with Jeff tomorrow. If he can install them tomorrow, great, but it's looking like Saturday that's gonna take place. So we're just gonna go ahead and wait until we install them, and then I'm gonna give you my review as I'm going to Jeff's shop, and then we can kind of circle back around everything that I've either noticed with the suspension, how it differs from the stock one, and then everything that I like about it. And we'll just take it from there, all right, guys? We're finally back in my car, guys, and if you understood the ordeal I had to go through with these tires, oh my God, yesterday was not my day. But we got the new tires on, as you can see from those gashes that I had. And I'm here to answer the day-old question, right? Everybody's $1 million question. The one thing everybody keeps asking me about, how does the suspension ride? Let's answer that. So I've had it on for what now, guys? About a little over a week, close to 2. And through my driving, the Chicago roads are crap, so we'll apologize for that. But through my driving, everything has been great. I haven't had any issues with it. I was somebody that was always driving my car in Sport Plus mode anyway. I rarely would ever drive it in comfort. If I ever did drive it in comfort, it was only for the gas mileage when I take it on a long trip. So I never really could say I experienced comfort in that manner. I wanted to drive the car for how it was intended to drive, which was a Sport Plus. I have the cancellers in finally. It didn't take that long. It honestly took longer for me to record the video and show it to you guys than the actual install, right? Once you get the tires off and the car is up, you're good to go. But cancellers are on, they're working perfectly fine. I have complete control over my suspension again, as I would when the stock one was in. The only difference is it's not going to adjust between Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. You're on the suspension, right? You're dialed in. So right off of the bat, I can say I do have more control of the car. The car certainly feels more planted now. That's one of the biggest things I've noticed, and I do enjoy it. You certainly have more confidence in the car. At first, I would say I didn't, just because it's all brand new to me, and I've never had this kind of experience with any of my cars that I've ever owned. Never got a sponsorship for a suspension, and I've never even gotten a full suspension ever in my life. One, I'm very grateful. 2, this is all new to me, like I said, so this is all a learning experience. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything, and I'm never gonna go about this YouTube channel in that manner. Now, outside of the way that the car feels, I would say it's slightly tighter than Sport Plus. That's probably the best comparison I can give to any Integra Type S owner, any Civic Type R owner. It's literally Sport Plus, but more aggressive. When I was working with Fortune Auto on the kind of suspension I wanted, we didn't go very crazy with the spring rates. So I think it was 8 and 9 kg. I forget which one was in the front and which one was in the rear. Now, I wanted to stay as stock as I could. I didn't want to lose everything that the Integra had, especially when it came to the suspension. I just wanted to tweak it ever so slightly and make it a little bit stiffer. Everything has been great thus far. I stayed with a divorce setup, as you guys had seen. So everything is all in line like it would be stock. The only difference is now Fortunato, right? So overall ride quality, great. The way it handles, fantastic. It feels stiffer. I obviously have all my points of adjustment from the front and in the rear. I will say, as I've been driving it too, you know, Chicago roads don't help, but it has gotten a slightly more bouncy on me. I'm not sure if I just need to mess with the spring rate a little bit more, especially on the rear. And that could be it, just because remember when I told you guys we were changing it accidentally? So that could be where I went wrong. We just have to see. But it has become slightly a bit more bouncy in the rear from what I've noticed. But I'm sure it's just a little tweak. Like I said, it's just my own not knowing and not the suspension itself, right? So there are gonna be a lot of tweaks that we make throughout this whole process. This isn't a one and done thing, especially on this car. I drive this one a lot. It's the car I take to all my shows. So there is gonna be some back and forth. There is gonna be me playing with it a bunch. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. I want to get it all perfect. And to get it all perfect, the only way you can do that with the suspension is sit your butt in the seat. So that's what we're going to keep doing, right? I'm going to keep tweaking it. I'm going to keep making my little changes, and then we'll see kind of what happens. But overall, I am super, super excited about it. I love it. I'm glad I made the change. I get that there's going to be people that are going to be upset that I've lost my adaptive dampening, but to me, it wasn't a big deal. I've always driven in a Sport Plus. So if you're one of those people that are going to freak out about it, then definitely don't go this route. But if you're looking for something a bit stiffer and you're looking for something that you're gonna put on the track, this is 100% the route to go. We did a quick little detour here, guys. When I brought my car over yesterday for the tires, the guys wanted to see the Integra, so I told them I'd bring it by, and that's what we did. It's always nice to meet new people, guys, and it's always nice for people that have the same passion for cars. So I always try to stop and talk to everybody, and if I say I'm gonna come somewhere, I'm gonna come. Like I was saying though, this is not the suspension to get if you're gonna freak out about your modes and you want your same ride, blah, 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 blah. I feel like I have the same ride. Like I said, it's just a little tighter. I don't regret it whatsoever at all. I think it's been an awesome mod. Yeah, there are some tweaks that need to get done to it, but that's just part of the game, right? So, and that's really what I can share about the suspension at this given point in time, right? Like I said, we're only a little bit over a week in. I think I covered everything that I need to, right? The work wasn't that bad. Obviously, I had done my suspension prior when we put the lowering springs on it, so didn't make it that tough to get everything out and then everything back in. The adjusting part is obviously all brand new to me. Like I said earlier, guys, an area I'm not used to. There's a lot of things that I still got to figure out. And then I'm hoping that at some point I can, you know, meet with people of Fortunato so we can go over it, and if it needs any more dialing in, they can help me and show me. I think that'd be a great video, because then it'll showcase to every one of you guys what exactly needs to be done and how you do it properly. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get there one day. I don't know, but I'm grateful for their sponsorship, grateful for their assistance with all of this. They made it pretty seamless. It wasn't difficult by any stretch. Overall, I'm super happy. I'm stoked. I absolutely love it. I think it was a great way to take my suspension and turn the dial up ever so slightly without sacrificing everything else. Stay tuned for next week's episode, guys. I think we're gonna be diving into the S2000. There is one more mod I need to do that it desperately requires. So once I get that done, I can finally really drive the S2K, and I can put this guy on jacks so we can finish out all the fueling. So stay tuned for next week's episode. I think you're gonna like it. It's a competitor for this suspension, so I'll leave it there. I don't want to spoil anything else. And I need to put on my factory steering wheel. I'm tired of not having a horn, and I'm tired of not having an airbag in that car. It desperately needs it. It's too small. I don't want to run any risk in that one. So I'll catch you guys on the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this whole process. Hope you enjoyed me showing you how to put on the canceller kit for the car. And then I hope you enjoyed my review here. Like I said, it's hard to put anything into context if we're just driving it for a little over a week. But as more time passes by, then I can go ahead and share more thoughts with you guys. So that'll be my plan. We'll see how it feels like after a month. And then if I need to dial anything in or make any little slight changes, I'll obviously share that with you guys too. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this drive home. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you enjoy the week. Hopefully the work week goes good for everybody. So on that note, guys, go ahead and take it easy, because I am out.